Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about lean manufacturing. So these are the contents for today's topic. First, we will start with history and evolution of lean manufacturing. So lean has not been a technology that comes suddenly in a manufacturing system. So it has been an evolving technology or philosophy over the last century, and lots of people have given contribution to the evolution of lean manufacturing. The first contribution to the lean manufacturing was given by Frederick Taylor, F.W. Taylor. He has written the book Principle of Scientific Management, and in his book he mentioned about the development of the best way to do work, that is called a standardized work. He has given the concept of standardized work, and he has focuses on baseline in which we need to improve from. First, we have to decide some baseline from where we need to improve our processes. Okay. Next, main important contribution was given by Ford Motor Company's Henry Ford. So Ford used the interchangeable parts to drive the speed and create flow, reduce waste, and increase value. So Henry Ford introduces assembly line in his car manufacturing company, and due to this, mass manufacturing came to existence. They have produced lots of parts due to they are having interchangeable parts. So they increase speed and flow of production system, but as manufacturing industry or car manufacturing industry progresses, they faces lot of challenges of manufacturing, like the customer now wanted different styles and colors of car, and this different variety demands frequent changes in the product line. This leads to the production complexity, and due to this frequent changeover in product line also, the, the cost of production system increases. So to reduce this problem, they introduced batch production system. So in batch production system, the products were produced in certain batches, but the outcome of batch production system was the changeover time was reduced, but it leads to increased inventory, as the Ford Motor did not focus on the customer demand. They produced the product in batches now, and if the customer demand changes, they were not able to sell this product, so the inventory level increases. Okay, and the product were created without customer demand, and this excess inventory was due to the overproduction, so that created the waste of overproduction also. This inventory also needs to be counted, transported, stored, and managed every time, so the cost automatically got increases. Okay, the next important contribution to the manufacturing system was given by, or the lean manufacturing system was given by Deming and Juran and some other quality gurus. So they focused on quality at the source, and also preventing defects. They given the concept of statistical process control and total quality management like concept. Okay, they have given, or they have created the environment of quality or defect reduction at their source. The next important contribution to lean manufacturing was given by the Toyota production system. The So Taichi Ono was the industrial engineer at Toyota Production System. All the improvement concept of Toyota Production System were based on Henry Ford's concept. So they were able to manufacture variety of products and also able to deal the complexity of the system because they focuses more on the customer value. Toyota Production System gave the concept of just-in-time production, means they focuses on pull replenishment of customer demand, means when the customer demands for the particular product, so based on that demand they produce the car, so the inventory was decreased and lots of the problem related with inventory and cost were automatically get decreased. Shigo Shengo gave the concept of single minute die exchange, means they given the concept of setup time reduction. So this was called as stockless production, means we don't have any stock or the inventory piled up in the warehouses. So whatever we produce, we directly sell to the customer, and because all the things were based on directly customer demands. Okay, so this was a world-class manufacturing actually. Later, in 1990s, Womack and Jones has written a book called as Machine That Changed the World. In that book, he mentioned the term lean. Okay, and the lean concept was based on the previous centuries Ford concept, Toyota production concept, and Deming concept also. So the term lean was introduced from that book itself. Next, we will see what is craft manufacturing. It was all started late 1800s. So craft manufacturing, it was built by craftsmen. So as it was built by the excellent craftsmen, so all the components were handcrafted. So the quality was very good and the cost was increased as it was individually done by the craftsmen, and the number of product produced was also very less. The cost got directly increases and the quality also was very good as the number of product produced by an individual was very less, therefore it was automatically based on quality. Next, the manufacturing was mass manufacturing, which came into existence after Henry Ford's assembly line introduction. So the skill required by the labor was not very skilled labor required for this. The job was also simplistic. So it was based on interchangeable parts, same parts. So we can improve number of products manufactured. So parts were interchangeable. Also the quality was not as much high as our craft manufacturing. So price was also less because we are producing in masses now, and we have produced the identical we have produced lots of identical products. Okay, so this was the comparison or between the craft and mass manufacturing. Next, origin we have seen that uh, it was all started with earlier, but the main contribution is given by Toyota Production System. Two main industrial engineer, Eiji Toyota and Taichi Ono, has given the credit for this approach and innovation. Next is Lean Family Tree. Lean Family Tree shows that the lean concept was not only involved with the manufacturing system or the manufacturing system of Toyota production system, but they also applied it to the product development system. Okay, so they applied it very first from where the demands come or the need is identified from the customer. So they applied it to the complete supply chain of a product, starting from the product demand to the manufacturing or dispatch. Okay, Next, the features of lean manufacturing. So what the lean manufacturing is? So it is nothing but a manufacturing philosophy. It focuses on doing things right more than doing the right thing. Next, what it does, it attacks on waste, it reduces the waste, and it attacks on the waste baseline or root causes of waste. It exposes problem and bottlenecks, and it achieves streamline production. Streamline means the all the production processes are aligned. Next, what it requires the participation of each and every employee, industrial engineers. For continuous improvement, it requires total quality control and the small lot sizes. Next, what it assumes a stable environment in our production system. Okay, so definition of lean manufacturing, it all taken from this book, The Machine That Changed the World, written by Womack and Jones. It says the half hour of human efforts in the factory, half the defects in the finished product, one third the hour of engineering efforts, half the factory space, and tenth or less in process inventories. The finished product inventories defects has to be reduced by half, and in process inventories has to be reduced by tenth, one tenth. Okay, so what basically lean is reduction in waste. Basically, waste. What we'll see in later. What kind of waste we are talking about. Okay, next. Lean manufacturing. So lean manufacturing is a way to eliminate waste and improve the efficiency of production system. In simply, we can say it focuses on fat cutting from production activities. It could be applied to the administrative and engineering activities as well. It focuses on Japanese 3 M's. So 3 M's are Muda, Mura, and Muri. Muda is the Japanese term for waste. Next, Mura is for inconsistency or unevenness, and third, Muri is for unreasonableness. Okay, 3 M's are these. So you can see that when the customer orders for a particular product and when the product is shipped to him, in between there are lots of processes, and due to this, these are all waste. These processes which takes time, which adds value to the product are value added activities, and other than that are waste. So due to this waste, the time increases to the shipment. But in lean manufacturing, we focuses on these waste, we reduce these waste, and automatically the time of shipment get reduced. Okay, so this is the difference between basic usual or classical manufacturing system or lean manufacturing system. So we focuses on these waste in lean manufacturing, which automatically reduces the shipment time and also the cost of production system. Okay, so first we will see the first M, that is Muda. Muda means waste. Waste, how it defines? Waste is anything that happens to a product and does not add value from the customer perspective. Okay, waste is anything that does not add value to the product from customer perspective. Okay, that is all is waste. So how many types of waste are there? There are 7 type of waste. Number one is overproduction, waste due to overproduction. We have seen it already. Second waste is inventory, any kind of inventory that may be in process inventory or finished product inventory. Okay. Third is waiting of product, parts, or people. Any type of waiting is a defect. Also motion, unwanted unnecessary movement of product or parts or man or machine is also waste. Fifth is transportation also does not add value to the product, so it is also a waste. Rework, if some product get failed, we rework on it to improve it, so it is also a waste. Okay, if we have made the product very right in at the source or even at the first time also, so we need not to do rework on it, so it is also a it is not adding any value. Over processing. Okay, so if we are processing a product beyond its standards, so it also does not add any value to the product, so it is also a kind of waste. Okay, so there are 7 type of basic waste in production system. So we are focusing on these waste root causes, and we are eliminating these waste in lean manufacturing. Okay, 7 waste are overproduction, inventory, waiting, motion, transportation, rework, and overprocessing. So next is eighth waste is underutilization or unutilized potential of people. So that is also a waste. If we are not able to utilize the potential of our employees, that is also a kind of waste. Okay, next is Muri. Muri is overburden or unreasonableness. Overburden means if we are utilizing or excessive utilization of manpower or machine is called overburden or Muri. Okay, so it can be avoided. It can be avoided through standardized work. If we overburden to the operator, so it will lead to the fatigue or absenteeism. Okay, this kind of problem. So we need to make the work standardization to avoid this problem. So this includes the workflow. There should be a logical flow of work and the repeated process and machine processes. There should be a rational method to get there. Takt time is the maximum time allowed to produce to a product. So we need to define the takt time so that we don't burden our employee to a certain limit. Okay. Next is Mura. Sorry, Mura is unevenness. Okay. Suppose what is unevenness? Suppose we have two stations, station 1 and station 2. So the capacity of station 1 is greater than the capacity of station 2. So it will lead to the accumulation of parts to the station 1. So it it may create the problem of waiting, or it may create over processing problem. Okay, this kind of problem. So what we need to do, we need to make the uh, even capacity of each station so that the flow of the processes can be smoother or streamlined. So this can be avoided by just in time system. This problem of unevenness can be reduced by just in time system, and these systems are designed to maximize the productivity and minimize the storage overhead to certain stations. Okay, so this is Muda, which means waste, Muri, which means overburden, and Mura is unevenness of production system. Okay, so we need to reduce all these defects to streamline our process. Next is different tools of lean manufacturing. First is 5S. So 5S are, first S is sorting. Sorting means sorting the processes or products which are needed, and we are eliminating the processes which are not needed. So this sorting. Next is setting in order. Organizing this is required for organizing the items. Third is shine. Shine is means we need to clean or inspect the work area regularly. Next S is standardize. We need to write the standards for above processes. Last fifth S is sustain. Sustain means we need to regularly apply all the standards. Okay. So what are the benefits of 5S? It eliminates the waste. Sorry. It eliminates the waste that results from the poor work area. Okay, so it basically organizes our workplace where all the things are clearly observable and we can identify required or non-required things. Okay. Next is value stream mapping or VSM. It is a tool which helps in visually mapping the flow of production system. So in value stream so here each and every process from where the product has to flow is drawn, and the current value stream map is drawn for a process, and the value added and non value added activities to the product is identified, and their time is calculated, and the total takt time is also calculated, and after providing the necessary improvements a future value stream map is drawn. So the benefits are like it exposes the waste in the current process and provides the roadmap for improvement through the future state. Okay. The next is standardized process. So the standardization of the process helps in developing the technical standards for the evenness of the process. So benefits are it helps in decision making and effective information sharing and simplifying the coordination and control between each function. Okay. Next is pull system. So pull system helps in flow control. So pull is basically depend on customer demand. So based on customer needs or demand, we produce the product. Okay, and the benefits are it reduces the lead time, minimize the work in process inventory, and optimize the floor space. Okay, optimum utilization of the space. Next is Kanban. Kanban is nothing but continuous supply of the product component and parts to the workers where they are needed actually and also when they are needed. So at the right time where they are needed and when they are needed, the supply continuous supply of product or parts is called Kanban. Okay, so the benefits are it reduces the wait time and the logistic cost. It all reduces the stock level and the overhead cost related to this, and also reduces the inventory cost. Okay, so it is continuous supply of parts. Next is Pokayok. Pokayok is a technique of avoiding mistakes in the workplace by choosing the wrong parts or leaving out parts, installing a part related mistake proofing. Okay, so the Pokayok helps in better safety and breakdown reduction and productivity improvement. Next is SMED, single minute exchange die. So it is a setup time reduction technique. So it reduces the change the time taken by changing a line or machine running for a particular product to a next product. Okay, so the benefits are it also reduces work in process in inventory, finished good inventory, and it also increase the equipment utilization. Okay, next is Kaizen. Kaizen is continuous improvement. So we also need to do the continuous improvement in the production process to sustain the market. So the benefits are the increased space utilization, better use of capital, communication increases, productivity increases, and the employee participation also increases. The next is total productive maintenance. So the maintenance is integration of equipment maintenance into the manufacturing process. Okay, so it improves the productivity and reduce the breakdown time, or it also increases the safety of the workplace. Okay, next is Andon. Andon is signaling system. So it is like for signaling we can use warning lights in on the assembly line, which shows that some defects has been occurring to a particular place. So Andon is basically a signaling system. So the benefits are like immediate action, yeah, or attention has to be paid to the required area of the manufacturing process. So it also increases the immediate reaction to the particular area, and it reduces the downtime and safety problem. Okay. Next is Hizunka. Hizunka is labeling of production system. Okay, we have seen the problem of labeling. So it can increase the burden to a particular station. So we need to do the labeling. So labeling concept is called Hizunka. So it stabilizes the manpower, and it reduces the unnecessary overtime, inventory level, and stress to a particular area or operator or machines. Okay. Next is 5W and 1H. 5W means 5 W's are who, what, when, why, and where, and 1H is how. Okay. So 5W and 1H technique. So this method is a kind of questioning method that leads to identification of root cause of a problem. Okay, this technique is a questioning method for identifying root cause. So the benefits are, it identifies the root cause, the current and future needs of organization. So it also helps to develop a logical approach to problem solving. The next is just in time. Just in time also a type of pull system where uh, where production is based on customer demands instead of pushing the part through the production to the customer. Okay, so the whole based on the demand we are producing the product in just in time basis. So benefits are that if uh, it helps in reducing the inventory level, improves cash flow, and reduces the space requirement. We don't need to carry lots of inventory based on raw material or finished product. So the inventory and the utilization of space is minimum. Sorry, utilization of space maximum, but the inventory level is reduced. So the lean principle, there are 5 basic lean principle. First is identify value. Value means value from the customer perspective. What exactly the customer wants, we have to identify that demand. Next is map the value stream. Value stream means from the whole production system we need to identify a stream, uh, what are the value added activities and what are the non value added activities. Okay. Next is flow. So the flow, to create that flow, we need to measure the customer demand and collect the data on the basis of that demand. Next is establish the pull. Pull is we have to identify exactly how much quantity the customer wanted to make the customer to make the production. Next is perfection. After analyzing this, we have to work on perfectly producing the product, complete process and visual control. Okay, so these are basically the 5 principles of lean manufacturing, that is identifying value, mapping the value stream, that is flow of value added processes or activity, creating the flow, and establishing the pull and the perfection. Okay. Next is house of lean. So as for constructing a house, we need to identify where the basement, where the walls and roof will lie. Similarly, before implementing the lean concept to any organization, we have to identify what will be the wall or base or walls or the roof of or are the lean manufacturing. Okay, so the foundation for the lean manufacturing is empowered work teams, and it's team-based problem-solving utilization, mistake-proofing techniques, and these are the foundation for the house of lean. And these are the 5 pillars of lean house. And finally, the roof is based on pursuit of perfection or continuous improvement, which is based on customer focus, which is actually completely customer focus, and that is also based in specific customer needs in mind all the times, and that is what will protect the basic structure of house of quality. Okay, so this is the house of quality. Next, we will see the benefits from lean based on some elements, and we'll compare the tradition and lean. So on the basis of communication, the lean leads to positive and fast communication, teamwork, so it increases the effective teams, motivation, it leads to positive motivation, response time due to lean manufacturing increases from weeks to hours. So customization, very easy to give the customized product. Delivery increases, very high delivery rate. Speed also increases. Delivery quantity, it is based on just in time, so it is just in time as required. So quality is also very consistent and high in comparison to traditional manufacturing. Okay, so these are some of the benefits based on some elements. Okay, next is advantages. So number one is the overall productivity gets increased, reduce the amount of floor space. Now we don't need excess floor space as we are reducing the inventory level. So manufacturing lead time also decreased, and the flexibility improved, and finally the quality of the product and the cost also reduced. Okay, so what are the difficulties or disadvantages related to lean? So it leads to some initial difficulties while changing the production system to implement the lean principles. And the second important thing is it requires the long term commitment towards the lean principles. Okay, so it is not a short term process as we have seen earlier. So it requires a long term commitment from each and every employee from top to the bottom of our organization. Okay, so these are basically the small disadvantages. Next, we will see what are the forces that are supporting to the lean manufacturing and some of the forces that are resisting. Okay, the forces that supports are we get closer to the customer, and we get closer to the increasing competitive environment. So this is the supportive force. And next is the desire to increase the regulated environment. The next is financial. So it decrease the operating cost. Customer, we get better understanding of their needs, and we are now better able to understand what the customer wants. Quality, the more robust process leading to less error, so quality gets improved. People, the people are more empowered and multi-skilled are now. So next is knowledge. It increases uh, the understanding of whole supply chain. So these are some of the supporting forces of lean manufacturing. The resisting forces are, there are some natural resistance. There are some doubts that uh, this philosophy will work or not in our organization. Next is with before implementing this, we have some inherent thinking that like other initiative, it will improve our system or not. We think that it requires a lot of time, so we think that as it is a time taking process and we don't have time to implement this. And next is as it requires a long term commitment, so we are not actually ready for this long term commitment. So these are some of the resisting forces of lean manufacturing, and these are the important potential force that are supporting lean manufacturing. So these are the references. I hope you have understood the lean manufacturing and its basic concept, and it could be applied to any field of any organization to get the benefits, most benefits. Okay, thank you.